Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I want to reach out to all of you out there and see how all of you are doing. And I just hope that you were able to get out in nature somewhere and get some fresh air. I know in my area it wasn't too sunny, but the sun did come out here and there throughout the day. And I had an awesome day today. I will be sharing this with you very soon as I went to a hiking trail. I went there before a long time ago with an old friend of mine, and I was looking online this morning of where to go, and I headed out early. I headed out of my house around 8, got there, because it takes like an hour, and wow, it was, Starlight was high on life today. So I met a lot of beautiful people out on the hiking trail, said hello to everybody that on the trail up the mountain and down the mountain. So anyway, like I said, I hope you're getting out in nature. It's very healing. And, if you're going through some hard times, I'm telling you, it's going to help you out. So, anyway, I want to say also to you is to make sure you're being kind to yourself and others and your family. And don't forget your kids and your pets. Very important. Love all those ones out there that are loving and supporting you. And, love those people that are not crazy about you. There's some people that could be jealous of you, and that can happen, definitely. They might be jealous of your looks or what you have or what kind of job you have, the car you have, the guy or the girl you're married to or dating or friends with or whatever. And, don't worry about any of that. Just focus on yourself. It just shows that they have growing to do. We all have growing to do in some areas. So anyway, love them. Don't hate them. And it's best to avoid them at all costs, really. You don't want to waste your energy and, on when they need to, grow up in some areas. So anyway, if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome. And you could find my YouTube channel at Starlight with Kathy with a K, Dingman. Plus, you can give this video a thumbs up, whoopsie, and you can share this video with a friend. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, don't forget the notification bell. It's very important. That way, like my channel says, is be the change that you want to see in the world. And I'm going to ask you guys out there, all of you, are you trying to be that change that you want to see? Don't wait for Starlight to do all the work. We all can have a part in that. There's so many ways that we can help out, the world, the planet, Mother Earth, and the children, the older folks, everyone, the teenagers, can't forget about them. People that are disabled or homeless people, we're all supposed to be family, So anyway, you can also get in touch with me at Instagram at 1995 Starlight or on Facebook at Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. So anyway, like I was saying, Starlight was high today, and no, I didn't smoke pot. I did seriously give that up. I gave it all away, there it went, so I was not high on any drugs. I was high on life today. What a hike, because, whoops, sorry, is I had to climb this big mountain, it wasn't very steep. It's kind of funny how this hiking trip was. And, I was seeing people that already passed me because I was making a video. I wasn't in no rush getting up the mountain, I was taking my time, not too much, so I got a good pace to walk. When I hike, other people might be slower than me or faster than me. I'm in the middle, when it comes to hiking. So I really did. I really enjoyed where I went. And like I said, I went there before. And so it's a surprise. You're going to, I want to get that video. I have a lot of hiking videos on my computer. I really do. I have lots of other videos on my computer, but anyway, I do want to get that hiking video. There's like, I don't know if I did like 4 videos in that whole hike, you know, so it is awesome. And that area there, they actually have rattlesnakes. So they do have signs when you go up to watch out, you know, don't go in the bushes, you know, because there could be a rattlesnake somewhere hiding around. And so anyway, enough with the hike and trip, but I will put that out very soon. And anyway, I decided, you know, like I wanted to make a video, and this is my new background. I'm still trying to decide if I, whoops, want this tree here. I bought this from my brother. He made this tree and sold it to me. So this baby, you know, is worth $50. So he put a lot of hard work in that. And I just redid my butterfly background because I have a desk that I'm giving away, and I'm just waiting for the people tonight. Hopefully they get a hold of me and I can meet them, make sure everything's safe. You know, you want to keep yourself safe. Starlight did not do that before, so it's all about safety now, you know. Anyway, I hope you enjoy all the butterflies, and I will be working on different backgrounds. So now I have like 2 really beautiful backgrounds for all of you. Actually 3. I have 3 backgrounds now. So I have been rearranging my whole apartment, clean, 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 clean. You know, I did a lot of cleaning yesterday, and I did this yesterday. So I hope you enjoy. It looks really beautiful at nighttime, though, I do have to say. And anyway, today I want to reach out to all of you, and you know, I don't know what your background was like, and a lot of times the way we are as adults has a lot to do with our childhood. Yes, our childhood. You know, some of you, you know, might have not have gone through this. So, hey, be grateful. But, you know, there's people out there that, you know, they might have did the very best that they could do, you know, as parents, you know. And then there's other parents, you know, it is sad, though, a lot of parents, you know, they end up having children and they didn't even know it, no warning signs. Hey, you know, like you're pregnant, you know. And I have to say, with both of my kids, that's what happened with Starlight. I didn't know I was pregnant with my daughter. I wanted a baby, but I was only 16 years old, you know. So I did. I had my daughter, you know, when I really ended up getting pregnant at the time, I was 16, and when I had her, I was 17, you know. So I did. I started off really young, and I have no regrets. So you'd be surprised, you know, it says in the Bible that your children are a gift from God. And mine were, you know, and they still are, you know. So I'm sorry, I just got my daughter cut my hair for me. I needed a different hairstyle. Whoopsie. So anyway, you know, everybody gets brought up different, and depending on how your mom and dad or whoever brought you up in life, you know, how were they brought up? So you can't, you know, like a lot of times if you were brought up the wrong way, not all the time, but most of the time, people won't want to repeat what their parents did if they feel when they got older that it was either, you know, I don't want to say good or bad, but positive or negative, you know, or whatever, you know, maybe you think that they did a horrible job, right? So when you have your own kids, do you want to repeat everything that your parents did if they did not do a good job? Absolutely not. I hope not. You wouldn't want to repeat the same, you know, like mistakes, you know, even though they're not mistakes, they're supposed to be lessons. Hopefully they learn, you know, that maybe we could have done better, you know. Sometimes it's not the case, though. Sometimes parents really, even though they could have done a really horrible job bringing you up as a child, not saying that it was all bad. You know, there's some, you know, they had to do something right, right? You know, so, but if you had a scale, you know, if you my brother had a beautiful scale. I would love one of those babies, you know, if you put like some kind of like weight in each side of the scale and said, oh, okay, I don't have anything handy to use like this, is, like whether if they did bad, or if they did good, or if they were 50-50, they did okay here and there, and they, really didn't do so good here, where it's kind of a balancing, 50-50, they weren't perfect. Are you? I'm not. So that's what this video is all about, and I definitely have to say I have struggled my whole life with this, is trying so hard to be perfect. Last year in 2022, of August 16th, I went in a hospital, and I never even realized it, but a lady that I'm seeing I will have a video coming up really soon, maybe even after this. I might even do it right after, but I would be going out of order with all my spiritual awakening, so I can't do it after. I'm so sorry. So I do want to make that video of what happened last year with my spiritual awakening, But anyway, I was in a hospital really close to where I live. Samaritan Hospital is where they put me in when I had a spiritual awakening. And COD, I think, I can't remember the abbreviation of it, is, it is funny. I think it really has to do with me being a cleaner, really. Like I wasn't like this my whole life. But there's initials for it, and I can't remember, but it's like some kind of mental illness or whatever they want to label it as, is that like, I don't know I don't have it, but I don't know why they said that they thought I had it. And a lot of interesting things happened when I was in the hospital, and so I can't really go into full details because I don't want to ruin any surprises when I do the video. But anyway, a lady that spoke to me about spirituality and stuff, she thought that I had some kind of problem with me, that, like every morning, Starlight does. I'm a cleaner. Lately, what I've been doing, I always make my bed every morning, but before, I didn't make my bed right away. I would do it kind of while I'm waiting for my iron to heat up, to get ready for work when I was cleaning. But I love my bed made. I love to have everything in its place. I really am. It's got to be a part of the cleaning. I was doing cleaning for a long time, so I love having things organized. I don't like things out of place, because I can't find it. I'm like, where did my scissors go? Or where's my, I just organized my whole bathroom, cleaned it all up. I only got a couple things in there to do now. But, the shelves where I had all my shampoo, conditioners, toothpaste, lotions, skin sanitizer, douche. Yeah, we had douche in there too. I'm sick like this. But, all my stuff, was on these different shelves, and I'm like, I had to clean them all out because it's been a while. And I'm like, I'm going to reorganize this. I see that I kind of put things in different shelves, and now it's like all my hair supply stuff, all my shampoo stuff is going to be on one shelf, and the lower shelf, I'm going to have all this kind of lotions and oils and face creams on one shelf, and the lower shelf, I'm going to have all my toothpaste and all my, like, okay. I'm trying to think of the name. Rubbing alcohol and peroxide and Band-Aids and all that, toothpaste and razors, all on that shelf, and all my medications, or not medications, I don't have any medications, but all my medical stuff, like in case I get sick, or my vitamins, that's all in that side of my bathroom, so they do have a name where some people, like if they have a desk, if I went and I cleaned it, and if I moved anything, they would know. and I can't remember. It's a C something, COD or something. I don't know what it's called, but you're probably saying, oh yeah, I know what that is. But so anyway, when I wake up, I am very funny about my bed getting made, and I gotta make sure the blanket when it's on the side of the bed that I got it all nice and evenly, and where it's not crooked near the floor area, and there's no wrinkles on the, I like and so I, like these people were kind of funny watching me at the hospital making my bed every morning, and how long it took Starlight to make a bed. Where other people, they might be, yeah, they just throw it on there and that's okay, or some might not even make it. So maybe you're like that. Maybe you're just like me, where you got to have things a certain way in a certain spot, and you know. Even when I had my cleaning business, there's do not do things, and Starlight was kind of doing those do not do things. My job is not to organize their stuff, so I would clean, and a lot of people probably appreciated it because, things actually worked better that way, but what if they were a left-hander? I would have messed up everything, so it is kind of funny, or, you might be one of those people that, like, you just want everything to be perfect, not having a bad hair day, you know, um, let me see, with girls, definitely you can have a bad hair day, like on windy days, like that's a hair up day for Starlight, and, or like with me making these videos, recently I've done some stuff and I'm like, I should probably not have done that, but then I'm not supposed to even say that, So it does have a lot to do with how you're being brought up, or it could, maybe, I don't know how you were brought up, maybe, were you picked at a lot from your family members, like always pointing out stuff that you're always doing wrong, and so then you get a guilt trip and you're always wanting to be, perfect. You don't want to have those flaws in your life, but you're supposed to accept those flaws and not be hard on yourself. And it is hard, okay? It is hard. And I'm a Virgo. They say Virgos are always trying to be perfect all the time. But, then other people that know me, like my daughter, or my other family members, they might see, because they're the ones around me. They can see my imperfections, believe me. My family sees my imperfections. So, I'm more relaxed around them. I'm like, hey, this is my family, but then when I had my cleaning business, I always had to make sure everything was tip top. I didn't want to, I was careful of what I said, what came out of my mouth, because, hey, I could offend them, and one day I did. I said the wrong thing to a lady one day, and I'm like, oops, I can't believe I just said that. That just, I wasn't thinking, and, but she didn't say anything, and she knew I loved her and I cared about her. She actually was one of the clients that wanted to spend time with me even after I didn't work for her anymore. A very sweet lady. And so anyway, are you always that type out there, where, and I don't know if it's really about worried about what other people think, or if it's something the way you are, personally, like, you know, um, there's days I don't care. I just did something last night. My clothing didn't match. Have you ever done that? Where you go outside and I like to have my clothes. Right now, actually, I'm wearing, I can stand up really quick. I am matching right now. This will look good. See, I'm actually, whoops, sorry about that. So I'm wearing black. Now I gotta, sorry about this, guys and girls. Now you see my interesting thing floating up in the air. So anyway, is yesterday I went out and because I was so busy in here, I'm like, you know what? I gotta have balance. I gotta get out and take a walk. A short walk in town, like in my area. That way I can get back and get busy to what I was doing, or finish off, do whatever I was gonna do. And so it was kind of weird. I was wearing these bright pink pants, stretchies, and my pink shoes with good tread, and a shirt, a long sleeve shirt that matched the paint. But the sweater, the jacket that I wore with it, just, just like, and I didn't care. I went out into the park, and it started sprinkling a little bit, and I didn't know if it was going to do anything, but it was kind of breezy out, kind of getting cold out. So I put my hood on, and I was like, yeah, I know I look like a clown right now. I really don't care. I'm just out here, I'm just taking a nice quick walk, like a half hour at least. Today I made up for that half hour. I did. Wow, I was out for hours today walking up that mountain and down. I had a hard time getting back down though. Even it was hard getting up, but it was hard getting down because you're going at such a level going down the hill, your knees start locking, and that was painful. So I had to take it easy and take some breaks on the way down. 911. Starlight can't make it down the hill. So anyway, like trying to think of other things that you might, it might be like with my hair, I've had my hair a mess, when it's, there's times you cannot handle it because especially females with long hair. I mean, guys have long hair too, but, where the wind is blowing all over. Like today, I made a video and my hair, I straightened it up, got it all ready. And then when I was walking, the wind was blowing around. It was just doing its crazy thing. And here I am. My hair is all flip-flop, all this, that, just, it didn't, I'm like, hey, I'm out here. That's all. So I know I'm not perfect. I've known that my whole life. I've tried so hard when I was younger, when I was going to this church. And I said this in I don't know how many videos. I don't even remember what videos got put out, and all the information is so different on all the videos. And so some people do watch my videos, and maybe they don't watch all of them, or maybe they didn't watch the ones that never got put out. But I definitely made lots of videos saying I am not perfect, so, you gotta really not worry about what other people think. And it takes time, though, if you're not used to that. And we all, at one point or another, like when you might have somebody look at you weird and be thinking, what's up with that? And don't even think about it, believe me. Ignore it, because it's just best to ignore that. Sometimes we don't know what's going on in people's lives. Why did they make that kind of expression on their face? It could have been absolutely nothing, So sometimes you might be worried about what loved ones think about you. I actually, I have to admit that because I don't want to hurt people, I apologize a lot to people. If I think I offended you, I would say, I am sorry. Because it's the right thing to do, really, if you feel like you have offended somebody or said something the wrong way. Sometimes you might say something and you're not even aware that you said something all messed up. Sometimes my words get all jumbled up or whatever. See, I just did that. So it is, like important not to worry about that because, a lot of people, like I didn't know this, are wearing a mask, and I didn't know I was. They say when you're home by yourself, that's who you are. Then you're gonna love me. I have my high moments at home where I'm like, Tigger comes out and I do some crazy whacked out stuff in my apartment. Then there's other days. I've been doing really good lately, though, I have to say, where I could be down in the dumps. I do have somebody that I care about, and I've never met the person yet. But, sometimes our communication isn't really lined up right, and there might be a miscommunication somehow or another. Normally, it's always on me, though, I have to say. And sometimes it might be that person, because we're not using the cell phone. And I don't want to be like normal people, so I am sorry. I definitely do not want to be. I like who I am. I love who I am. I love being a clown at times. And then there's times like my family have seen me in my down times, so I am pretty real with my family, now I know I can't be 100% who I want to be in front of my kids, they see that I'm into aliens. How strange can that get? You know, I got UFOs and stuff in this apartment. Yeah, I love bright colors. I love to stand out. I didn't like it before. Somebody got me wearing bright colors. Here I'm wearing a black shirt right now. It's not even a color, but it's funny. I don't really want to bring this up, but yeah, somebody actually did. They got me into wearing bright clothes. And before that, I used to wear earth clothes all the time, kind of blended in with everything. I didn't want to stand out. And now, you know, I had a shirt on today, bright yellow, you know, and when I used to have my cleaning business, I wanted to stand out. It's my cleaning business, you know. People will say, hey, look, they'll see the yellow shirt or that peachy orange. Starlight loves that peachy orange color, even bright orange, you know, or bright pink, you know. I like the fluorescent green. I never had really a shirt like that. Would love to have a jacket like that color, you know, to stand out. Today I actually seen some people, they were wearing some bright colored jackets, and I wanted to say, oh, I love your colors, you know, like, so that's why I can't have one favorite color. You know, so I know I'm not perfect. I just wanted to let you guys know that Starlight is not perfect. If you watch my videos, are you watching my videos? That just shows that I am not perfect. Some of you might start watching a video and just get right out of it because it just means that I am working. You know, I'm a work in progress here. You know I have lessons to learn as far as being a YouTuber. I could tell you all my flaws. Do you got all day? You know, I know I gap too much in my introduction sometimes, you know, where it might bore people to death, but I'm trying to get you to know who I am. And so you say, oh, okay, she's into that or she's not into that or whatever. So we can have like a relationship, kind of build like a relationship with each other. And hang on, the light just changed. I have to see, this is not perfect. So I gotta, the sun is got hid behind the clouds, and I have three lights in front of me, so if I have it too bright, then you can't see that there's actually colors behind me. But anyway, yeah, see, that was Starlight not being perfect, you know. I just learned another lesson the other day, is that I made a video, and I decided, hey, you know what, I want to edit it because Starlight was gabbing too much, and I was talking about stuff that I'm like, it had nothing to do with what, you know, like I am very talkative, you know, and so sometimes I get distracted on my thoughts when I'm talking to you, and, you know, so don't worry, you know, about trying to be perfect. Believe me, there's nobody out there that is perfect. I do have a person out there that I really care for a lot, and you know, I I know in God's eyes we are perfect with God's eyes, but everybody else, forget it. You know, you can work as hard as you can to try to be perfect, and everybody's going to always throw the dirt in your face. They're going to say, I saw that, you know, but you know what? It just shows that, hey, I don't want to admit to this. You know, I'd rather admit that I'm an alien more than a human being. I never liked that word human being. I'm like, I am definitely not no human being. I am definitely not from this planet. I came from somewhere else. You know, I never wanted to be normal. You know, when I was younger, I did. I wanted to fit in. And then when I realized what reality was and where, you know, society, you know, I didn't want to be like everybody. I'm like, you know, no, I want to bring up my daughter the way I want to bring her up. I don't want anybody to tell me how to bring up my kids unless I was struggling and I needed help. And I'm like, hey, I'm having a hard time with this. You know, maybe you know, I know like with my cleaning business, you know, like I was not a perfect cleaner, believe me. You know, there's times that I was going through some stuff with medications, being in and out of the hospital, you know, where Starlight cut corners. Not that I'm proud of it, and that really affected my cleaning business because Starlight wasn't perfect. There's times that I actually purposely didn't do something to let the people know that I'm human. Oh, I said that word. Yes. Oh, that word. So anyway, it is okay that you're not perfect. Don't try to impress anybody. And don't, another thing I really don't like is competing with other people. My whole life, never liked it, because I know when I went to school, they competed. That's a part of the school program is to compete with other schools, see who's the better runner, the fastest runner, the better, everybody's trying to be better than somebody else. Please, please, don't try to be better than somebody else. You're wasting your time because once you think you've achieved it, somebody else will be better than you, and then somebody be better than them. It just will never end. So I don't like competing. I don't like competition. Like if there's a guy that I am like, woo, really in love with, and there's a bunch of other women that's in love with the same man, I'm the type of girl I desire to have him, I desire to be with him, but I'm not going to play these childish games with the women that might want the same, because women can be something else, even men, they might be toying with other women, because they might love the same person, so I am not the one that will play games. I'm an adult in that area, so where I don't believe in trying to be better than other people and trying to I'm always a hard worker though. I will work my butt off. I work really hard. I give more than 100%. If I had a job, I do. I really, as long as I'm feeling great, feeling my all, I do. I really put my heart in my work or anything that I do. I really do. As long as it's something I enjoy. There's jobs that I had in my past that, I wasn't happy with the company or the job, but I did my best, and so what I have learned is, instead of trying to be better than somebody else or trying to compete with them, like try to get the better car, the more expensive, because like the technology, I knew this a long time ago, is that they got so much technology out there before you even know what's out there. They got us all set up. They do. Starlight is definitely not that chick that has to have the new phone. Absolutely not. Where's the cheapest phone? With a good camera. I want my minutes, the phone that I just bought is the most expensive phone I have ever bought. They rip us off. They do. Now you need the, 5G phone. Your 4G, it's not working right because you need to upgrade. You know, um, like we have to upgrade. We got to keep up with our, stuff that's going on in the world. If you don't there's people that don't really know how to use a computer or a phone. I never wanted anything to do with a cell phone or a computer, but I had to learn because otherwise I would get lost. I wouldn't be able to keep up. Don't try to be better than family members and all that goes on with families. Like maybe like Mother's Day, like who can give mom the better? And I don't say my kids do this at all. I'm just saying other families, it might be like who's gonna give your mom or dad the best gifts? Who's the one that's gonna kiss butt more? Who's the one that's gonna make her more happy? Or your dad or whatever. Who's gonna be the one? Just to do the best that you can, as long as you give with your heart. If they don't like it, that's not really your problem, because you're not going to always like every gift that you get. Sometimes you'd be like, huh, like, okay, I don't, I don't know what to say, but, that's why I have a hard time with Christmas time. It's like, Starlet really, really does not want to celebrate Christmas. Absolutely not. Because I know that it's not about Santa Claus, and it's a big money-making holiday. you know. So, you know, some of you might be like, you know, like to, oh, yeah, so don't try to have the better phone or the better car, the better computer. Hey, mine's, you know, like, because you know what? You're going to spend a lot of money. They love you. Those people that do all the technology and all that stuff, creating it, they love you out there because you are the one going out and buying it. So, I am definitely not perfect, and like I said, I do have somebody out there that I was putting them on a pedestal, and it's kind of funny is that you're not supposed to do that. You know, you're not supposed to do that. I learned that a long time ago. Is that you know, it could really do more damage than helping them or yourself out because you know, like once you put them up so high, you know, and think, oh, you're perfect, you're great, you know, like, and it's all right to say you're great and you're awesome and all that stuff, or you're amazing, but you know, like, if you overdo it, you know, what if you really get to meet them and get to really know what they're like, and you find out, oh my, he I gotta think of something. Oh my, I just noticed that he picked his nose, or he farted in front of me. I'm just kidding about that. Don't worry, if they start doing that, believe me, I'll come right back at you with one. So I'm just kidding. I don't take life too serious, put it that way. My kids, I don't do that in front of my family, though. You know, really, I don't really do that in front of a guy. If I'm going out with somebody, if it slips, I'm so sorry that happened. You know, I'm so sorry. You know, hopefully it was not a you know, a ripe one, especially when you're on a vegan diet. Woo! So anyway, yeah, I gotta have a sense of humor with you guys. You want to know who I am? I am up on days, and there's days like you know, some days I'm really got a lot going on in my mind space. Sometimes I'm a little confused. You know, there's days that I cry. You know, and this has been a while though. I have not cried in my apartment only because I'm overexcited and happy. I do. I got the emotions that if I'm over happy, it's tears of joy. You know, I just did a video the other day. You could tell I'm not perfect. Here I had a shirt that says, it's a great day to be happy, and Starlight's ready to cry because I'm saying how grateful I am about everything I had that the universe gave me. Do you think I wanted to put that video out? Absolutely not. I said, you know what? I'm gonna put it out anyway. Part of me says, don't. You know how long I've had that video in my computer since don't put that one out. You got a shirt that says a great day to be happy, and here you're like all full of tears and stuff. And yeah, you said a lot of things that you probably shouldn't have said again. You know, I have not figured out what drama is yet. What is it? Apparently I do enough of it that I still haven't figured out what it is, how to define what drama is. So, I will figure that out. I'm going to learn it. Yeah. And gossiping, I hope I got that down. You know, does Starlight tell the truth all the time? If I said yes, I would be lying because it says in the Bible, you know, like we all, we all lie somewhere along the line. Little, you know, it might be, you know, where they say a little white lie, you know, what your mom's cooking good. Oh yeah, mom, this is really good. You know, believe me, you don't want to see me when I eat my mom's food. There, you know, sometimes it's great, you know, and other times it's like, Mom, are you watching this? You know, I'm kidding. So, you know, have you ever ate anybody's food where, you know, they're right there and they want you to sample something and you're like, oh, okay. I wish I had a spoon. I can't even eat right now anyway, I'm fasting. But, you know, and you put it in your mouth and your taste buds are like, and you're like, oh no. You know, so it's kind of funny. That can happen. So what would you do? Starlight does some funny stuff to people if they give me something and I take a bite and I don't like it, you know, or before I used to try to eat all my food and then my gut was hurting so much and you know, I went camping with a somebody a long time ago when I was around 19 years old, and we went camping, and I had my kids with me, and I couldn't eat anymore, and I didn't want them to think I didn't like the food, and we were outside. Starlight's like, it was part of a hamburger. I'm like, oh, I just couldn't, but I didn't want to hurt their feelings that like, and I don't want to waste it, throw it away. So, when the person wasn't looking, I'm like, like, and I'm like, just sitting there like, Starlight didn't do anything wrong. So the only thing I could say about like, don't try to be perfect. Um, what you can always do is try to do better than you did yesterday. If you did mess up like today, tomorrow, don't repeat what you did. Say, okay, like 2 mornings in a row. I gotta get my pom-poms out for this one. Hang on. Okay. See, you want to know the real me. This is real me. This is silly. I'm a goofy girl. Ask my kids. Well, most of my family, my mom and dad, I got one brother that really, he couldn't handle the real me. They all know I'm not. But, yay! Woohoo! I'm so happy! I'm not a cheerleader, you can tell. Is that, 2 mornings in a row, Starlight was able to wake up at right after 4 o'clock in the morning. Yay! See, I did it. And it's not that I'm lazy. It's just that I just felt like my body wasn't getting enough sleep. Like I felt dead tired. Where I felt like I was sucked in my bed, and for the life of me, I couldn't get out of my bed, even with the alarm. That has never happened to me ever since I got COVID like months ago, where I'm like, huh, this is so weird. I've never been like this. Normally if the alarm goes off, boom, Starlight's, not that quick though. I get out of bed, I crawl out of bed, and like, I don't wake up grumpy or anything, so it is okay, to know that, you got flaws. And what's hard is that you got to accept them. There's some habits I do that you don't even know about. I'm not going to, some of my family do know about it, like my kids. Maybe they don't know about it right now, but I'm not going to tell you guys about it. I would get embarrassed. You would be like, Starlight, you do that? You're how old? And yeah, I do. I am, yeah, I'm that young, and I still do that. I do certain things that little kids do. Some of you might know this if you know me at all. Is I have a habit that I do. I don't do it all the time. I normally do it if I'm in my bed. So it's kind of funny. You're going to find out things about each other, out there in the world, and like, especially if you start dating somebody, you're being like, I didn't know he chooses nails. Ew. You know, you don't want to do that. Please use the fingernail clippers. I learned some stuff. Yeah, you definitely do not want to bite your fingernails. I used to do that when I was younger, because I didn't know where I didn't know where the clippers were. Just kidding. No, I would have a nail that would break, and I'm like, oh no, so I'm gonna cut myself, because it's, and then I would bite on my nail. But really, you don't want to do that. I'm just kidding. I know you don't bite your toenails. You bite your toenails. I'm just kidding. How did you do that? So yeah, this is the real me right here. I'm not crying though. I do like when I was going through this stuff a while back. Wow, like Starlight does get her days, and it takes like if I had a really bad day as far as crying goes, depending on how long that happened, it might take me 3 days, and I'm not kidding you, to get my body back to normal after a day like that. That sucks. It really does. So, You just want to focus on yourself. Don't worry about what anybody else thinks. You know, and I do still have areas that I am working on. See, I am being honest with you. Is that I have areas that I have to work on, the flaws. And I'm a determined mother. I am a mom, so I could say that is I am a determined person. I get my focus on something, and if there's something I desire to have or something like that, I will do whatever it takes, to work hard to earn that, to say, hey, look at me, I am a work in progress, and I work diligently. I'm not a quitter. I'm still alive. I am not, I'm still here. So you just want to better yourself every day, and sometimes it's little steps that you got to take. Like when you little kids, they take little steps. So that's what it is sometimes. Sometimes you want all these different things, like Starlight. I got all these things that I got to work on. Oh, this is wrong. Oh, that is wrong. Oh, this is wrong. This is, like just work on one thing at a time. And then you can check off that list. Like Starlight has a whole list of things that, Starlight's not doing that right. She's got to correct that. She didn't do that right on the video. So I don't want to edit my videos anymore. I have to just learn to deal with it, Because when I edit it, you can tell anyway. I know it, I'm like, that you can tell that I edit that, unless you looked away and you didn't notice, that was the only way you probably wouldn't notice that I did do that, because I try to line everything up. I'm learning though. So anyway, don't be hard on yourself, and don't compare yourself to others. I love who I am, and I don't care what car you have or that you own your house. Oh, okay, I rent. I don't even care. I don't want to own a house. I move around too much. Believe me, I got a list of places that I've moved, a whole list on the other side, places where Starlight has been. You don't want to try to track me down. I'll lose you. So just try to be better than you were yesterday. That's my whole point on this whole thing, is don't try to be perfect. Just work on areas and accept the flaws that you have, like I have. There's times I forget to do things, and I'm driving down the road. I'm like, I forgot to do that before I left the house. That was like a thing I thought to do, and then I did something else, and I forgot, and I drove out, like left, and I forgot, and I'm like, do I have anything in my teeth now? And so, yeah, I do some weird stuff when that happens. I floss and drive. I'm like, oh. And I even have a toothbrush in my pocketbook so I can brush my teeth as I'm driving down the road. So if you see somebody brushing their teeth while they're driving, that might be Starlight out there. Whoops, I forgot to do that this morning. So anyway, I do love all of you, and I'm so sorry this is so long. See, those are the things that I got to work on. I love to talk, and especially to people. It's kind of, it can be interesting as long as you're an interesting person. I don't want to be the only one talking, though. Have you ever done that? To sit with people and then nobody's talking. You're like, awkward. Starlight does not like that. That's why and they were like, why is she always talking? Well, because nobody's talking. And I'm like, we got here. We're getting together to talk, and it's quiet. So I like to break the nervousness, where people feel uncomfortable. It's like, hey. So anyway, I love all of you. You could give this video a thumbs up. You could share it. You could subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget the notification bell. You can leave a message down below. You can follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook at Kathy with a K Digman. And I don't have any of those other apps. I don't know if I'll ever do that. I don't have Twitter, I think, or TikTok. I don't have those either. I don't like having apps on my phone. Absolutely not. So those are all that I have. I do want to start a web page. I guess it's what they call that. I got to learn how to do that. And does it cost any money? How much does that cost? So anyway, I do love all of you. This is Starlight, Love and Light.